Announcements. January 18th, 2021 is Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Day. There's no school. February 4th, 2021 is a board meeting work session, 6:30 p.m. right here at the Fairfield Senior High School Catherine D. Milligan Community Room. Board member comments. Mrs. Shorter?
Yes, I just have some brief comments. I would just like to urge the public to remain vigilant. As of yesterday, they had identified a more contagious strain here in the state, so it's here in Ohio. So for all of our parents, our students, community members, in order for us to really keep going and, have supportive face-to-face learning, we do need the help of the community to be on top of things, be proficient with masking, and just keep in mind that we are definitely dealing with a more virulent strain. So just do your best, and we'll do our best here. That's it, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mrs. Shorter. Mrs. Gundrum?
Just to echo Mrs. Shorter's statements, yes, I know that there's a temptation with the vaccines rolling out. People might get a little lax and think, oh, well, it's going to be over with soon anyway. But please, please, please stay vigilant so we can keep kids in school through the duration of this. And then I also wanted to say thank you to all the board members, since it is Board Appreciation Month. I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate that we can have disagreements about things in the meetings, and from the outside it might not even look like a disagreement because there's no shouting, there's no fighting. We just have a respectful discussion about things that maybe we want clarification on or want to talk about more. So thank you all so much for being so great and so respectful and wonderful.
Thank you. Mr. Clark?
Yes. Kind of related to that. Ms. Gina Gentry Fletcher, thank you for the gifts and the present and the pictures and smiling under the mask. We appreciate that. And I agree with everything Ms. Gundrum said. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. Thanks to the community for all you do. This is a great team, I feel. And yes, wash your hands, use the mask, to do all the safety things. And again, thanks to the tech team and everything, and Mrs. Aug, for all you are doing in the schools. It is such a changing, fast-paced world, and you're doing your best to keep up with that. And I can't thank you enough as a parent, and I know I speak for many, so thank you again for what you do. And congratulations, and thank you, Mr. Birding and Mr. Begley, for accepting the roles for leading us here tonight and this year, so thank you.
We'll get
Happy New Year, or Happy December 45th, or whatever it is.
Mr. Begley?
Yeah, really echoing a lot of the same comments. Mrs. Gundrum, you're right. It is contentious times, it seems like, and this board does act respectfully and highly functioning. I think that's a great thing, and it's not always a given. The one-to-one technology update, thank you very much. I certainly didn't want to come across like I wasn't appreciative. You've done tremendous things, and in survival mode, as Mr. Jeffers alluded to, and to the gentleman in the corner, both you and your team just done tremendous work, and you go unrecognized. So I'll mention your name. No one else did. Jeff McKinney. Fine work. Thank you very much. As the other board members have said, stay vigilant, do your due diligence, and last week we were all out of class, and so it feels like a privilege to be back in class, and that's where we want to stay and do our work. So stay at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Begley. I would also like to, aside from all the accolades that our tech department has done, I do also want to thank our teachers for being flexible. We needed to kind of pivot a little bit, go remote for the first week back. I think at first I was not in that corner, but after Mr. Smith explained, what the Board of Health was saying, of course, we've always said that we're going to listen to what the Board of Health is recommending. He explained what their new recommendations were, and I thought it was a great conversation, and I thank him for explaining that to me. And I think it worked out well. I think our families had a chance to take a breath, recover from Christmas, and then move forward. And just a real quick funny story, actually on Tuesday of last week, I walked down the driveway to my daughter's house and was having a conversation with her, and then my little first grade granddaughter runs out of the dining room and kind of looks at me and going, "Shh, I'm on a Zoom call with my teacher." I just thought that was wonderful. So Molly, I love you very much, and I'm sorry for interrupting your class, and please tell your teacher that the board president apologizes. So, but it was great to see that they were still learning, and I appreciate the fact that we do have low-income families that are struggling, and it warms my heart to know that our technology department has got together some hotspots that are available for them, so that's tremendous. Okay, at this time, it's necessary to recess to executive session to discuss the employment and discipline of public employees, ORC 121.22G1. Is there a motion to convene to executive session?
So moved?
Second.
I heard Mr. Begley and Mrs. Gundrum. Any questions or comments? Okay, I do not anticipate any action to follow executive session. Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mr. Birdie?
Yes, motion passes. We will convene executive session at 7:51 PM. Thank you all very much and have a great night.